Hey guys, it's Miss Sprunger. Today we're going to be talking about one of our exponent rules, the quotient rule. Remember, quotient means division or divide. That's why we call it the quotient rule. So we're talking about dividing exponents. It's really not as scary as we think it might be. So if we're looking at something like this, this first one is 4 divided by 4 to the third power. All right. So if we simplify this, or let's expand it rather, let's expand what this looks like. How many 4s are on top? Well, our base number is 4. So remember, whenever you have a number like this by itself, it's being raised to the first power. So there's 1 4 on top. How many 4s are going to be multiplied by themselves on the bottom? Well, 4 to the third really means 4 times 4 times 4. So, all right, so we've got 4 divided by 4 times 4 times 4. Well, remember, when anything is divided by itself, it cancels out. So if we look at a pair like this, 4 divided by 4, that would essentially cancel out and just give us 1, okay? So we're left with nothing really on the top. So the only thing that's left on top is 1. And on the bottom, we've got 4 times 4, which we can rewrite as 4 to the second power. All right, now let's look at this again with another example and see if we can draw some connections. So with this one, 4 to the fourth power looks like 4 times 4 times 4 times 4. How many 4s are on the bottom? Well, remember, this is 4 to the first, so there's 1 4. Remember, these pairs, if we've got a base number on the top and bottom, that can cancel out. Okay, so we are left with 4 times 4 times 4, which is 4 to the third, and there's nothing on the bottom, so it's 4 to the third over 1, or remember, anything over 1 is just itself, so this is going to be 4 to the third power. Now, notice really quickly the relationship between 3 and 1 here, so our exponents. Well, if we're looking at this, 3 minus 1 is going to give us 2. 4 minus 1 gives us 3. So then how are we going to think about this in a new problem? So you're probably thinking, oh, okay, I see kind of where you're going with this, but I'm not totally sure yet. So with the quotient rule, ask yourself, are there more of the base number on the top or on the bottom? So with this one, we've got 6 to the second divided by 6 to the third. Well, are there going to be more 6s on the top or on the bottom? Well, let's expand this, okay? So 6 to the second looks like 6 times 6. And then 6 to the third looks like 6 times 6 times 6. So are there more 6s on the top or the bottom? Bottom, there's one extra one, right? So how many more 6s are on the bottom? 1. And we know that because 6 divided by 6 cancels, 6 divided by 6 cancels. So we're actually just left with, there's a 1 left over on the top, and then we've only got 1 6 remaining. So our answer is 1 over 6. Okay, so we can think of this as, like when we're looking at this original problem, are there more 6s on the top or the bottom? Well, there's 3 on the bottom where there's only 2 on the top. How many more? 3 minus 2 gives us 1, so there's going to be 6 to the first power on the bottom of our fraction. So hopefully this helped you guys kind of get an idea of what's going on. Feel free to ask me questions. You can also look up plenty of resources on our Google Classroom page. Hope this helps, guys.